The ring trembles, the crowd roars, and after 26 years of hustle, loyalty, and respect, John Cena, the man who defined a generation, is about to step into that squared circle for the final time. But tonight isn't going down the way you think. Tonight, history gets rewritten in the most brutal, heartbreaking way imaginable. Because it's Saturday night's main event in Washington, D.C., the greatest of all time faces the ring general, Gunther, in a war that will leave you speechless. And by the end of this video, you're going to understand why the entire wrestling world is still in shock. You can feel the electricity crackling through the Capital One Arena. 19,232 people packed into that building, and every single one of them knows they're about to witness something that will never happen again. This isn't just another match. This is the end of an era. And before we dive into what went down in that ring, I need you to do something for me. If you're a fan of John Cena, if you've ever shouted his name, if you've ever felt your heart race when his music hit, I need you to hit that subscribe button right now. Because we're building something special here at SLAMZONE, and this is the kind of moment that reminds us why we fell in love with wrestling in the first place. Smash that notification bell, join this family, and let's walk through this together. Because trust me, you're going to want to remember where you were when you experienced this breakdown. The atmosphere inside the arena is absolutely electric before the match even starts. WWE Hall of Famers are everywhere. Kurt Angle, the man who gave Cena his first WWE match back at WrestleMania 20, is sitting at ringside. The Undertaker sent a video message calling Cena an original gangster. The Rock himself, Dwayne Johnson, recorded a tribute poolside, thanking the man who became bigger than anyone could have imagined. Trish Stratus is there. Shawn Michaels is there. Mark Henry, the man who was part of one of Cena's most memorable segments, sits in the front row. This isn't just a wrestling match. This is a farewell to greatness. This is the entire industry stopping to say thank you. And then the moment arrives. The lights in the arena dim. The crowd erupts into a deafening "Let's go Cena" chant, and for once, there's no Cena sucks competing with it. Everyone in that building is united. They want to see their hero win one more time. They want that storybook ending. They want John Cena to walk out of Washington victorious, to ride off into the sunset with his head held high. The music hits. That familiar entrance theme that has soundtracked countless memories blasts through the speakers. And there he is. John Cena. The never-seen 17. The man who granted more Make-A-Wish wishes than anyone in history. The 16-time world champion who the industry tried so hard to turn into 17. He's wearing his heart on his sleeve, you can see it in his eyes. This is for him. This is his moment. He grabs the camera from Stu and films the crowd himself, drinking in the moment, preserving the memory. And he says it. This is for me. We're gonna go down swinging. Let's go to work. But standing across the ring is a man who doesn't care about fairy tales. Gunther. The ring general. The man who ended Goldberg's career earlier this year. The longest reigning Intercontinental Champion in WWE history. A two-time World Heavyweight Champion. And he earned the right to be Cena's final opponent by winning the last time is now tournament, beating 15 other superstars for this honor. But here's what makes this so brutal. Gunther came to Washington with one mission. He promised he would make John Cena tap out. And when Gunther makes a promise, he keeps it. The bell rings. And immediately, you can feel the weight of the moment. These two warriors circle each other, and the crowd is already on their feet. Every movement means something. Every strike carries 26 years of history. Gunther goes on the attack early, using his size and power advantage to punish Cena. Those brutal chops to the chest that sound like gunshots echo through the arena. Thud, thud, thud. Cena's chest turns red almost instantly. The ring general is methodical, calculated, breaking down the legend piece by piece. He's not here to respect the moment. He's here to end it on his terms. But Cena fights back. Of course he does. This is John Cena we're talking about. The man who built a career on never giving up. He starts feeding off the energy of that crowd, hitting his signature moves. There's the shoulder tackles. There's the spinning side slam. The crowd is going absolutely insane because they know what comes next. 5-knuckle shuffle. Cena hits it, and the place explodes. This is the Cena they've watched for over 2 decades. This is the hero who always finds a way. And you can feel the hope building in that arena. You can feel 19,000 people believing that maybe, just maybe, they're going to see one more miracle. The match escalates. These two are throwing everything at each other. Gunther is relentless, but Cena refuses to stay down. And then it happens. Cena hits the attitude adjustment. His finishing move. The crowd erupts thinking it's over. The referee counts. 1, 2. Gunther kicks out. The arena deflates for just a moment before rallying behind Cena again. He's not done yet. The greatest of all time isn't going out without emptying the tank. What happens next is absolutely insane. Cena, showing that veteran instinct, the championship experience, sets up for something special. He gets Gunther near the commentary table. The announcers scatter. And Cena delivers a thunderous attitude adjustment through the announce table. The table explodes. The crowd is losing their minds. Surely this is it. Surely John Cena has done enough. He rolls Gunther back into the ring, the adrenaline pumping through his veins. But Gunther is a different breed. The ring general survived, and he's far from finished. The intensity keeps building. Cena climbs to the top rope, something we don't see often from him. and he delivers an avalanche attitude adjustment in AA from the top rope. The impact shakes the ring. The referee slides into position. 1, 2, Gunther kicks out again. The look on Cena's face says everything. What more can I do? How do I put this man away? The crowd is chanting louder now, trying to will their hero to victory. Let's go Cena! Let's go Cena! The sound is overwhelming. It's emotional. It's desperate. They need this win almost as much as Cena does. If you're feeling what I'm feeling right now, if your heart is racing remembering this moment or experiencing it for the first time through this breakdown, do me a favor. Hit that like button. Drop a comment below telling me your favorite John Cena memory. Because this channel, SLAMZONE, is built on these moments, on this passion, on this community. We're not just watching wrestling, we're living it together. So subscribe, turn on those notifications, and let's keep building this family. Now let's get back to the battle, because it's about to get even more intense. Cena tries for another attitude adjustment. He's digging deep, reaching for everything he has left in that tank. But Gunther counters. The ring general has scouted every single move. He spins out of it and immediately locks in his deadly sleeper hold. This is the move that has ended so many matches. This is the move that retired Goldberg. And now it's wrapped around John Cena's neck, cutting off the blood flow, draining the life out of the 16-time champion. Cena's face starts turning red. His arms flail, desperately trying to break the hold. The referee is right there, checking on him, making sure he's still conscious. The crowd is screaming for Cena to fight, to survive, to break free. And somehow, impossibly, Cena does it. He fights with everything he has and breaks Gunther's grip. The crowd explodes. They thought it was over. They thought they were about to watch their hero fade away. But Cena survived. He's still in this fight. He immediately hits another attitude adjustment out of desperation, out of pure instinct. Gunther crashes to the mat. Cena crawls for the cover. But before the referee can even drop down, Gunther snatches Cena, just grabs him, and locks that sleeper hold back and even tighter than before. Now the real agony begins. Cena is trapped in the center of the ring. There are no ropes nearby to grab. There's no escape. Gunther has the hold locked in perfectly, his body weight pressing down, his arms like steel cables around Cena's throat. And you can see it happening. You can see John Cena starting to fade. His movements slow down. His resistance weakens. The crowd is chanting so loud the building might collapse. Let's go Cena! Let's go Cena! Let's go Cena! They're trying to give him their energy, their strength, their belief. And for a moment, it works. Cena gets a burst of energy. His arm shoots up. His fist clenches. The crowd goes wild thinking he's about to break free again, thinking we're about to see that legendary Cena comeback one more time. But Gunther is ready. The ring general starts delivering brutal elbow strikes to Cena's head. Boom, 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 each one landing with sickening impact. And he squeezes that sleeper hold even tighter, pouring every ounce of his strength into ending John Cena's career on his terms. Cena's arm starts to drop. His face shows the pain, the exhaustion, the realization of what's about to happen. The crowd is in complete denial, still chanting, still hoping, still believing in the miracle. But sometimes, even heroes run out of miracles. John Cena's hand hovers for a moment, and then it happens. He taps. John Cena taps out. The referee calls for the bell. It's over. The sound that erupts from that crowd is unlike anything you've ever heard. It's not the roar of celebration. It's a collective gasp, a moment of shock and heartbreak that ripples through every single person in that arena. 19,000 people just watched their hero fall. They watched the greatest of all time submit for the first time in 20 years. John Cena, the man who never gives up, who taught an entire generation about perseverance and fighting through adversity, was forced to tap out in his final match. But here's where the story gets even more emotional. As Cena lies in that ring, devastated, trying to process what just happened, the crowd doesn't turn on him. They don't boo. They don't leave. Instead, they rise to their feet. Every single person stands up, and they start chanting, "Thank you Cena. Thank you Cena. Thank you Cena." It's one of the most beautiful moments in wrestling history. It's pure, genuine gratitude for everything this man has done for the industry, for the fans, for the countless lives he's touched through his work and his incredible dedication to charity. Gunther stands in the corner, victorious but respectful. He knows what he just did. He knows he just ended a legend's career. And as Cena slowly gets to his feet, struggling with the emotion of the moment, something happens that shows you the true character of both men. They embrace. Gunther and Cena share a moment of respect in the center of the ring. The business honors the business. The torch is being passed, even if it's happening in the most painful way imaginable. But the night isn't over. The entire WWE locker room starts making their way to the ring. Superstars from every era, every generation, come out to honor John Cena. This is wrestling tradition. This is how you send off a legend. The ring fills with wrestlers, coaches, referees, and staff members, all there to pay their respects. And in the middle of it all stands John Cena, trying to hold it together, trying to soak in the moment even as his heart is breaking. CM Punk is there, emotional, sharing words with his longtime rival and friend. Cody Rhodes embraces Cena, the current undisputed champion, honoring the man who carried the company for so many years. The respect, the love, the appreciation, it's overwhelming. Because John Cena wasn't just a wrestler. He was the face of WWE for over a decade. He was the guy who showed up every single week, who worked harder than anyone, who represented the company with class and dignity even when half the crowd was booing him. Think about Cena's journey for a moment. He debuted in WWE in 2002, fresh-faced and unknown. He created the Doctor of Thugonomics character, rapping his way into fans' hearts. He evolved into the ultimate babyface, the Marine, the never-give-up superhero who wore bright colors and told kids to stay in school and follow their dreams. And yes, for years, adult fans resented him. They booed him relentlessly, they chanted Cena sucks at every show, they wanted anyone but him to win. But Cena never changed. He never turned heel. He stayed true to his values, and slowly, surely, those same fans who booed him started to respect him, started to appreciate him, started to realize that what they were witnessing was greatness. He's a 16-time world champion, one shy of Ric Flair's record. He's granted over 650 Make-A-Wish wishes, more than any other person in history. He transitioned into a successful acting career without turning his back on wrestling. He came back time and time again when WWE needed him. And in his final year, his retirement tour, he gave everything he had to spotlight the next generation. He insisted on facing Gunther because he wanted to elevate someone who would carry WWE forward. He requested that Saturday night's main event feature NXT talent because he wanted to give young wrestlers the opportunity he was given all those years ago. Before we wrap this up, I need to ask you something. If this story moved you, if you felt the emotion of this moment, if you understand why John Cena's legacy matters, please hit that subscribe button for SLAMZONE. We're building something special here, a community of wrestling fans who appreciate the storytelling, the emotion, and the incredible athletes who put their bodies on the line for our entertainment. Click that notification bell so you never miss a video, drop a like, leave a comment, and share this with your wrestling family. Let's keep this conversation going. Let's honor these moments together. John Cena's final match didn't end the way anyone wanted. There was no storybook finish, no miraculous comeback, no record-breaking 17th world title victory. Instead, we got something more real, more honest, more true to the nature of professional wrestling. We got a legend passing the torch to the future. We got a veteran understanding that sometimes the greatest thing you can do is put someone else over, is make them look like $1 million even on your way out the door. John Cena could have demanded a victory. He had earned that right. But he chose to go out on his back, tapping out to Gunther's sleeper hold, cementing the ring general as a legitimate threat and a worthy successor to carry WWE forward. The reaction on social media has been incredible. Fans around the world are sharing their Cena memories, their favorite matches, the moments that defined their childhoods. From his first match against Kurt Angle at WrestleMania 20, to his legendary battles with Edge, Randy Orton, CM Punk, The Rock, and Brock Lesnar. From the US Open Challenge that revitalized the United States Championship, to his surprise return at Money in the Bank, John Cena gave us countless unforgettable moments. And now, his final moment, as heartbreaking as it was, becomes part of that incredible legacy. What happened at Saturday night's main event was the end of an era, the closing of a chapter, the final act in one of the greatest wrestling careers of all time. John Cena walked into that ring knowing he probably wouldn't win, understanding that the story called for Gunther to emerge victorious. But he went out there and gave everything anyway, because that's what he's always done. He delivered an instant classic, a 24-minute war that had the crowd on the edge of their seats, believing until the very end that maybe, just maybe, Cena could pull off one more miracle. But wrestling isn't always about the happy endings. Sometimes it's about the journey. It's about the memories we create along the way. It's about the inspiration that these performers give us week after week, year after year. And John Cena inspired millions. He showed kids that hard work pays off, that loyalty matters, that you should never give up on your dreams no matter how many people doubt you. He showed adults that you can stay true to your principles and still reach the top. He showed the entire industry that you can be a good guy, a role model, a hero, and still be the biggest star in the business. So yes, John Cena lost his final match. He tapped out in the center of the ring, something he hadn't done in 2 decades. But he didn't lose anything that matters. He didn't lose his legacy. He didn't lose the respect of his peers. He didn't lose the love of the fans. If anything, the way he chose to end his career elevated all of those things. Because in defeat, John Cena proved what we always knew about him: he's not just about the wins and losses. He's about the bigger picture. He's about doing what's right for the business, for the company, for the next generation. As the show went off the air, as John Cena stood in that ring surrounded by his peers, as the chants of "Thank you Cena" echoed through the Capital One Arena one final time, wrestling history was completed. The last match had been wrestled. The last entrance had been made. The last time was now, and now had become then. John Cena's in-ring career was over. And what a career it was. This is SLAMZONE, and this is how legends say goodbye. Not with fireworks and confetti, but with respect, with honor, and with the understanding that the show must always go on. John Cena gave us everything for 26 years, and on December 13, 2025, in Washington, D.C., he gave us one final gift: a reminder that sometimes the most heroic thing you can do is step aside and let someone else shine. Thank you, John Cena. You've earned your rest. You've earned your place in history, and you'll never be forgotten. If this video meant something to you, make sure you're subscribed to SLAMZONE. Hit that like button, drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's keep celebrating the moments that make wrestling the greatest form of entertainment on earth. Until next time, this is where legends